Here's an easy way to make some fun accents for your wearables and home decor. Here's what you need. Read more about what they are and where to buy below. You'll start by cutting 2 equal lengths of floss and refer to the instructions because the direction of the twist on your floss is going to have a lot to do with which direction you turn the dial. Just watch and you'll see what I mean. So I just tied my floss on the 2 knobs and I trimmed my little tails, and now I'm going to knot them together at one end and slip my hand through so that they're kind of held apart. Do you see that? And now I'm going to hold them wide apart and I'm going to twist the dial the way that the instructions told me to. It's going to differ depending on which way your floss is twisted. And you're going to twist a lot, probably 60 times for about this length. It'll be more if it's longer and less if it's shorter. And then you just let it go and it does this gorgeous twist, as you can see. And I'm double knotting it. And then I'm going to trim my tails. Now you're going to take your tassel maker and you're going to adjust it to the length you want. And the height of this is going to be twice the height approximately of your finished tassel. So if you see the measurement that I'm putting it at, it's going to be, it looks to be about 7 inches tall, so that means my tassel is going to be about 3.5 before I trim it. So now I'm going to put my floss in there and I'm just going to wrap it. And keep in mind that the wrapping is going to be doubled once you've made the tassel. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to do another color on here so it's a little more interesting. I've got 2 colors going on. And now we're going to take the loop that we've done here with the twisting tool and we're going to hide the knot in the middle, and then we're going to tie another piece of thread. I'm using ugly colors here so that you can see the difference. I'm going to tie another piece of thread around the entire thing above the knot so that that knot is caught. Do you see how it was caught right there? I'm going to tie it really nice and tight, double knot, and then I like to trim these guys so that they're the length of the tassel. They'll just get hidden once I cut this off. I trimmed the ends. Now I'm going to cut off the edges right along the channels of the tassel maker. Then you're going to grab your pretty twisted cord, that's the part that the tassel will hang from, and you're going to fold all of the other pieces down so that you're kind of creating a head now. So this is tricky. You're going to take the piece that you're going to wind around to make a head and you're going to make a loop right here. And you're going to leave that loop out of the way, and you're going to leave the top part of that tail out of the way while you twist the other end around and around as tight as you can. And then when you've got it all wound, you're going to pull the end through and then pull the tail up, and that's going to hide your end in all of that wrapping. And then you're going to trim it so that it doesn't get snagged on anything and pulled out later. Perfect. Now we're going to trim it up. I just use a Post-it note, roll it up into a little tube, and I pull the tassel through from the pretty wound side up so that all of the raggedy stuff is hanging out the bottom, and then I just trim. Super, super easy. Now let's try this with a little extra accent. I've taken some scrap fabric and I used a pinking rotary cutter to cut long little strips, and I just added those on top after my cording, and now I'm doing the same thing. I'm putting my twisted cord in there with a little knot. I'm tying it as tight as I can, and I wrapped it. Now I'm making the head of the tassel. Again, we're going to do that little loop so you can see. I'm going to wind it real tight, tuck our end in, pull the original tail so that our end gets stuck in the wrapping, and then we're going to trim both pieces really close to the edge so that those tails don't get caught on anything and pull out. And there you have a gorgeous little tassel after you trim it up, of course. Check that out. Isn't that cute? Just think of all the things you can do with these. You can put them on bags, on your shoes, you can make earrings and jewelry. The list is endless. Don't forget to subscribe to our email list for sales, tips, and events that are exclusive to our email subscribers only. Just click on the link right here.